Yo, what is up, you guys? My name is Marcellus, and today I'm going to bring you episode 12 and 13, pretty much the season finale of The Legend of Korra review. And there is not a lot to go over, but there's a lot to discuss. You know what I mean? There's not a lot to perhaps put on the floor and just, argue about or, cover, but there's a lot to get down to business. Let's just get down to business, man. So, episode 12 was, well, let me state this off. For the past couple episodes, Korra's been on the roll. And I say about episode 10, the animation's been perfect, the fights have been fluent, the music has been nice, pretty much the leading up to the finale has just been great. So, going into this, I had high hopes. Episode 12 starts off, and we see that Korra's going to give herself in because of what Zuko said. And that makes sense. So, they have a plan to, go their separate ways. Team Korra is going this way. Pretty much Team Korra is splitting up and going two different ways. One are going to trail Korra, and hopefully Zaheer tries nothing slick. And then we have Mako, Bolin, Boomy, and the sister trail, pretty much go and get the other airbenders. And that was smart, so I appreciated that. And the strategy in this episode was cool. So when everything starts going down, like the fights and everything, I'm sitting here like, this is great. This is a really good episode. The fight between Korra, her dad, and Zaheer was amazing. Toph's daughters versus the lady with the third eye was great. The ending to that segment of the fight was smart. It was amazing. And then you have a reveal with Zaheer learning how to fly, and that pretty much makes sense of all the time he's been meditating and repeating that saying throughout the whole series. So that finally cleared that up, and we've also learned that Zaheer has pretty much broken boundaries and became one of the strongest airbenders in the last couple thousand years. And so then we also get Kai being to some use. Not only is he awesome, but he's useful to the story now. He helped and pointed Team Korra in the direction of the airbenders and Korra, and if it wasn't for Kai, she would have been dead. What else do we have here? We have Tenzin realizing that he pretty much wasn't a match for Zaheer in his eyes. You could tell there wasn't a lot of, oh, I'm injured, but let me still try to fight. Because the people that are injured in the episode 12 do not fight in episode 13. Episode 12 is Boomy gets critically injured. His sister gets critically injured. Tenzin gets critically injured. So those three are not only, injured, but they stay injured. And I like that in a show. For them to accept that they have nothing left to offer. They've been beaten and they don't need any more power-ups. Speaking of power-ups, Bolin learned how to lava bend. And I was kind of hesitant to talk about Bolin because he kind of stayed stagnant throughout the whole season 3. He wanted to learn how to metal bend. He didn't. He met a girl, small love interest, and that was it. He pretty much got no progression, but in this, he learns how to lava bend, and I see him become a little more serious in the season finale because when he's fighting the dude one-on-one, the lava bender, he fights with he fully goes out. So that's cool. And then on to episode 13. Oh, at the end of episode 12, we find out that Zaheer is not only not a man of his word, but we find out that he wants to kill Korra, which he could have just done, but he wanted to make her activate the avatar state, which makes sense because a lot of people are saying if you want to just kill her off, well, you had plenty of time to kill her off. Well, he had to activate the avatar state so he could stop the whole cycle of the avatar, and that's great because last season Korra fucked up and took away a great ability from the avatar, which was she can no longer contact her past lives. And now I was like, that's something a villain would do. And season 2 ended, I was like, that is something a villain would do, not the hero of the story. So when Zaheer was planning to exterminate the avatar, and we've seen that before, but not in such a smart manner. He wanted to poison her and then kill her in Avatar State. So the leaders of the world would no longer have to rely on her. There would be no more leaders. There would be no people that surpass boundaries. The only people that would exist and prosper were people that loved, and people that, not people that loved, but the men and chaos, and the people they loved would be safe. So then we have episode 13. And Zaheer, it picks up with them trying to kill her, and she goes into Avatar State, and Team Korra arrives, and they save Tenzin's family, and basically from there, they just sit there and wait, because there's not much they can do. Like, this episode's fight was amazing. It really reminded me of Aang versus Zuko's dad. It really reminded me of that, because not only are they fighting in a rocky playing, a rocky playing field, there is like all out Avatar State here. Like, she goes all out. She is using fire from her feet. She's rock bending in midair. She's moving boulders like, dude, the boulders are huge. She's moving. The shit that she's doing in the air is like crazy. So, for the most part, he's prospering. Like, Zaheer's prospering, and the poison is getting to her. Like, he is avoiding everything she's giving at him, and then finally the poison starts settling in, and she starts blacking in and out. She starts losing her fire bending, her rock bending, and she's passing out. And with that, Jinora decides, he may have a power that exceeds boundaries for thousands of years, but there's also never been this many, or it hasn't been this many airbenders in one spot in so long. So let's use our powers together, and they start a big tornado, and they pull Zaheer in, and he kind of almost escapes, and he decides that he'd let Korra go, because you see him like just drop Korra to get away, but Korra wraps her chain around his his ankle and pulls him down to the ground, and then he succumbs to the rocks. Zaheer defeated the Red Lotus. Done. Now, this is what I want to know. Kai mentions in episode 12 that there are 4 more members. He says there are extra members of the Lotus that he had not recognized. And if I'm not mistaken, he said 4 people. Now, I don't think he mentioned the 4 people as the guards that were holding the poison and the guards that were watching over Tenzin's family and the airbenders. I do not think that was them, because I'm pretty sure Kai would have just mentioned there was bodyguards watching, or helping and accessorizing the plan to kill Korra. So, are there extra Red Lotus members out there? Probably. And I would love to see them in the end of this episode, like episode 13. I would love to see them, but we didn't. At the end of this episode, we get Jinora being named the Airbending Master, which hadn't happened in a long time, and Tenzin decides that the Airbenders will not, stay in one place and train. They'll roam, and they'll help any nation that, seeks fit. And so he'll try to, return harmony to the world, like Korra did at one point. And you see that Jinora shaved off her head, and she has a tattoo now, and she looks like Aang. It looks exactly like Aang, in my opinion. And then you see Korra. Now, leading up to Jinora's, big celebration and big unveiling of her being Aang, Korra is in a wheelchair. Now, I don't know if it's the poison that did this or the fight, but at one point I thought she was crippled. I thought she lost her legs, lost her ability to walk. And Korra looks totally different than what she's ever had. Like, she looks worse than ever in this last couple minutes. She has bags in her eyes. She looks tired. It looks like the effects of being the Avatar has hit her. And somebody mentions that, we need the Avatar more than ever now. Ba Sing Se is in chaos. Everybody's losing their world leaders and everything. People are running amok. We need the Avatar more than ever now. And so you see her just in a wheelchair, and everybody's giving her compliments and inspiring words. And then at the end of the episode, the very last scene of episode 13, you see Korra just shed a tear. And that was the most depressing thing It was so depressing. I honestly thought the end of this episode was just going to be like, some cool moment or some happy moment, like, they all made it or some shit like that. But no, it was really depressing. And I'm never watching this episode again because that was just bad. I mean, the writing wasn't bad, the animation wasn't bad, the just ending was, it made you feel bad. So tell me what you guys think about the season finale of The Legend of Korra. Comment down below. Subscribe for more Korra stuff. I will be doing character profiles from season 3 soon. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.